morning, kings and queens. This is Taz. I am coming on this morning. If you have noticed, I have been doing this more often because some people don't know I had wrote a book, and it is definitely a big passion of mine to help others get over stressful moments, anything that hinders you from blocking your blessing. And I have learned throughout my past of some things that kind of will help out with that. And people will be like, well, why you? Why not me? Because I'm a real person and I experience real things in life. So why not listen to me? You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to listen to nobody perfect because they ain't experienced life. I have experienced life, you know. So I want to read something from Corinthians 5:17. It says, therefore, if anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come. The old has gone, the new is here. With that being said, I wrote something about, everybody wants to move, like when you get fed up or pushed against the wall, you feel like, I'm finna move, I'm gonna relocate, I'm finna move to Atlanta. That's the first thing they say, But when I moved to Atlanta, I wasn't ready. I had to move out of Atlanta for 2 weeks, back home, and then move back to accept Atlanta. And the reason why I wasn't ready the first time was I didn't think like a planner. I didn't analyze this red dirt down here. I wasn't thinking like a planner the first time I moved. The second time I moved, I was thinking like a planner. Is this the ideal dirt that I want to plant something in? I didn't examine it as well as I did the first time. The first time, I feel like I was going through something and I just wanted change and I just wanted new, and I moved. But I wasn't ready. I wasn't changed. I wasn't Taz. I was still TT. So with that being said, is before you move or relocate to anywhere, analyze the dirt. Make sure, is this the dirt I want to plant, or is this the soil I want to plant my seeds in? Is this what I want my kids to grow up? It's beyond you and stuff like that. I feel like when I had moved back home to Joliet, when I was unsure of what I was gonna do, I feel like that disposition prepared me and controlled my destination to re-enter Atlanta. I just was tired of being somewhere where I'm tolerated. I don't want to be anywhere where I'm just tolerated. I want to go somewhere where I'm celebrated, appreciated, needed. So that was my feel on the second time I came back. I didn't move and come back, but I was like in question of moving back home. And although Joliet is where I'm from, that's my roots, I feel it be traumatic sometimes when I go back, just knowing the hurt, the pain that was put on me, that I have caused others. And Joliet is always gonna be home. That's gonna be home. But Joliet was no growth for me. Joliet was not where I should have been. I was there for a season to get me to the point of understanding now in the position I'm in, to understand why I went through those changes and phases in my life, to prepare me for. It's times where I'm glad to look back at that moment and say, man, I was tripping. You know what I'm saying? What was I thinking or whatever? But that experience and those lessons make me understand the vision now. You know what I'm saying? It makes me understand that's why that happened. It was preparing me for this moment. It was preparing me. It was giving me the wisdom to be able to pull somebody else out of it. That's why. Always be like, you know, I used to be always in question of when I was reading The Purpose Driven Life and started my journal. I didn't know it was going to be a book, you know, even back then, like I said, in the book. But God was preparing me then. That was why. When it popped in my head, I was always joking. I always joked about it. And I was like, it really wasn't no joke. That was manifesting on what's to come. That was manifesting that. I said it, so I mean, it's spoken into realization. Like, no, you are writing a book. Your journal, your story, and your testimony. If it don't do nothing but pull one person through, that's your purpose. And somebody need that. Somebody need to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, girl, on a real level, somebody need to be like, hey, man, for real. Hey, I went through that shit too. Look, you gotta dust your shoulders off. Get it up. You got your moment. You get your moment. Not saying don't cry. Have a temper tantrum. Do what you gotta do. Next day is a new day. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I gotta tell somebody that I'm the reason why. You know, everybody has a divine purpose, but you have to activate it. So I think back, you know, like environment change. I had to change my whole circle environment. If I was still around that environment, I was still where I would be in, you know, still thinking my mind would have still been the same, you know. But to change the environment, to see people like me, look like me, and still went through the dirt and the mud, I know it's possible. I know anybody can swim above water. It's possible. It's definitely possible. So I have my moments, you know, and times where I just need to be by myself, is because I can't hear what I need to hear from God with noise and distraction around me. I be needing that moment. I can't hear. That's how people be walking in circles. They constantly around noise. They constantly around distraction. They constantly around negative people. They constantly. You need a moment, a real intimate moment with God. You do. You need that moment. I don't care if it's going in the bathroom, whatever. This is that. When I want that moment, don't bother me. I need it because it levels me out. It balances me. You know, when everything going chaotic in this environment we in right now, from day to day, you don't know what's gonna happen. You need that moment. You need that moment to let them know you all right. You know what I'm saying? You do need that moment. I came up with my title, Life Has No Filter, Only Pictures, because, I mean, you can filter a picture. I can filter my look, period. And I can look like perfect, like everything, a millionaire. But truth of the matter is, I went through some shit. Real talk. More than most niggas. I went through some shit. But the moral of my story was, I made it out on the other side. That's all that mattered. I made it out on the other side. Truth is, you know, I went through some shit by myself. Didn't go calling, venting. Went through it. But I made it out on the other side. So I'm thankful for that. And I'm thankful for being prepared in that nature to be a blessing for someone else to make it out, to pull it through. You know, I'm going to throw that rope and say, come on, you know. Girl, don't stop there. Come on, come through. Because nobody did that for me. So I have to be that for somebody. And that's only right, you know. I was prepared to lose relationships and fake family members and titles. I ain't going off that no more because you this and that to me. Man, if you ain't for me, then you against me. It's simple as that. And that's how I'm rolling. That's how I've been rolling. That's why it's peaceful on my side. I ain't dealing with it. Nope. Now I can love you. I ain't gonna hate you. But I ain't gotta deal with you, baby.